so much, Your Excellency. Of you 6 times. You run counting. That is the mission. The church.
I want to thank Your Excellency for having ordered our invitation despite your busy schedule to this pass-out ceremony. Today marks the completion of 9 months of hectic training where the School of Defense, Intelligence and Security is yet to graduate 298 counterterrorism warriors, intake 7 of the year 2023-2024, and 58 graduates of special tactics who have successfully completed their training. Your Excellency, the overall objective of these courses was to produce soldiers capable of undertaking special tasks against terrorists, as well as undertaking other complex operations. The training programs and packages were designed to achieve that objective, and we worked through the last 9 months to achieve those objectives. The counterterrorism course started in November 2023 with a total of 709 trainees. I'm glad to inform you that this is the second intake of counterterrorism to be conducted purely by UPDF, School of Defense, Intelligence and Security, without any external support. I want to thank Your Excellency for your efforts and capacity building and in professionalizing the Uganda People's Defense Forces. Your Excellency, terrorism, to which we are training against, is a serious threat. To put it in perspective, during the reign of terror, the first time the word terrorism was coined to refer to the current characteristic of terrorism, over 30 to 50,000 people died in France from 1793 to July 1794. In modern times, terrorism remains a preferred method of creating violence and terror by most bad elements. Your Excellency, turning to the African continent, according to the Global Terrorism Index of 2024, Africa had become the global epicenter of terrorism. In 2023, Sub-Saharan Africa presented the highest number of terror attacks globally, with Sahel region accounting for 43% of all deaths from terrorism. Al-Shabaab, which is near us, is among the top 4 terrorist groups responsible for most deaths in 2023. Your Excellency, Uganda has a history of repeating acts of terrorism since 1986. All terrorist-designated groups, including LRA, ADF, among others, have been defeated, save some isolated incidents. Your Excellency, the country appreciates your efforts in fighting against terrorism. Therefore, Your Excellency, this training is our humble contribution as the School of Defense Intelligence and Chief of Defense Intelligence, is our humble contribution in fighting and completely defeating terrorism in Uganda and making this country a better place to live in.
To you, the graduates, we have seen your performance. I want to be very clear to you that gone are the days where intelligence was all about collecting information, processing it, and then disseminating intelligence for others to act. It is no reason they are calling you warriors. You cannot only be warriors and only keep on collecting information. You will collect information in either way, but in most cases, you'll be required to act like you have seen. This course at least shows you that naweza nikawaelezea haki, intelligence ya city, it is very important, but rest be assured that we expect you in the field to deliver what is expected of you. And lastly, I want to be very clear to you that as you come in to serve this nation, better forget about corruption. And of course, I have always told you and those above you that all these transformations that you're talking about without fighting, we have talked the threats that we have terrorism and all the rest, but without fighting threat number 1, which is corruption, then we are wasting our time.
This course is just the beginning of your training. It's not the end. You are going to be out there. You need to be disciplined. You don't need to go out there and drink and then misbehave, which may lead you to very serious diseases So you protect yourself. You are still very young. You have a very long time ahead of you. I want to thank His Excellency the President for his efforts through this journey, long journey of professionalizing the Uganda People's Defense Forces. What we see today, the results of a peaceful country, our contribution to the region and to Africa as a whole, is testimony to his efforts and the efforts of the army leadership towards a very positive direction.
Your Excellency, I'll just say three things. One, I want to thank you for your strategic vision and emphasis on the continuous training and professionalizing of the UPDF to create a strategic advantage and capability to meet changing security threats.
I therefore thank the instructors and the school for setting high standards, because that's what the battlefield needs. When we were fighting here in Ruero, the young people we had recruited started complaining to their parents. Ntiawayekera batuyisanga ensolo, batuyisa magwa. The recruits we had recruited in the bush started complaining that in the training, the instructors were harsh. Using our political methods, I called a public meeting of the Wananchi. And I said, you Wananchi, thank you for giving us your children for training. And I want you to know that military training is like okuwagala jambia, okuwagala, okutyaza. I told the parents that training in the army is like sharpening the panga, which is called okuwagala in Uganda and okutyaza in Runyankore. I told them that when you are okuwagala jambia, when you are sharpening the panga complains. Ure jambia ekaba, woboju wagala, ekaba. But I told them that if you want okutema omuti, woboyagala okutema omuti, if you want to cut the tree, you must have a sharp panga. There is no alternative. And therefore, the more the panga cries, when you are sharpening it, the better for the project. So you young people have passed through the okuwagala. What do we call sharpening the panga in Luo? Tie loka Luo. Tie kwene.
Your Excellency, it's called Pako Pala.
Pako?
Pala.
Panga.
Oh, Panga, yes, sir.
Oh, Pako Panga. So there have been Pako Panga in you. And therefore, nobody should complain. You should be very happy that they have really Pako Panga to you. That's how I've got these ones who have got, Banyankole call it oboji. the panga is sharp enough, it can cut. So I want to congratulate you for going through this tough course, but also congratulate the instructors. On the issue of the infrastructure, I want to also congratulate the UPDF for knowing how to use the katono, akaliwo. The UPDF are not like the and NRA before, are not like some of the people. Oh, we don't have this, we don't have this, we don't have this. So we can't start. Actually, I would like the media team, my press team, to capture those tents there behind where we passed. Show where the soldiers are staying, not in grofers, but they are able to use those improvised structures to produce good quality people. Therefore, this culture of we can't do this because we don't have this is not part of our system. And these people are a good example there. There is no infrastructure here. But they have produced very good quality people using humble infrastructure. So this one challenges all these other fellows. We want this, money, 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 money. So I thank you for that simple living that has enabled us to have a strong army with little resources. So I want to congratulate all of you for the clear-headedness. Yes, we need a good life, but good life will come from hard work. It will come later. So I want to congratulate the whole army for that attitude of using the little that is there. Now, kuruda rwabaruri mulina okuva mu bwavu. Ati tukabohereza sente za PDM ahamuruka n'ahamashaza hariho sente z'emyoga mwazikozesa gye omuntu yatunga $1,000,000 nebasa kumuyamba kubyara emicungwa emiyembe omuhikemu ningo omwana tinguma yaba kuno yanugumerayo gye so kundaze garuka kuno yanimba ninyenda kureba ngo kugira abantu amobe natayayira abari cyo kureberaho abandi kubarigira umboro ato mucyari cyagamba iki ecyamataka ekintu kimwe no kwego kukozesa gukora muri no kuyiga gukorera abafunda waliwo obutasomesebwa kwekyo kubanga waliwo ebintu byosobola okukorera abafunda oyinza kusimba omuddo gw'ente ente nozitemera enzungu noziwera omuddo mu kiyumba n'olunda ente munana yiika y'omuddo bw'otemera ente esobola okwanirira ente munana omwaka ez'enzungu kati buli bw'obeera ente munana 3 kuzo ziba zikamwa. For the graduates, as the Commander Land Forces said, and as Virungi said, what you have achieved now is the beginning. Your life is still ahead, and you can achieve a lot. but you need to guard yourselves to avoid umaraya, because umaraya will cause you kawukumi. Emungwe noshango yemerere konko bungirwe. If you get sick, you get one of these bad diseases, you will not realize your full potential. Alcohol is very dangerous. Alcohol can damage your brain, damage your organs, take away a lot of your time. So please, guard yourselves. It's not necessary. If you guard yourself, you'll have more time to enjoy in a safe way than if you are reckless. Therefore, with these few words, it is my pleasure to pass out the two courses, the course of 298 and the one of 58, the two courses. I congratulate everybody.
Directing staff and instructors next.
We can't see those people behind. Let them stand up.
Kofia yake iko wapi wewe?
Gamba nganziza okubuzaako nongamba nkwagala mu rugo kati nanonyereza mbana abamanyi ba translation bana aba translate gwe empower birawe era gwe nkukulumira kuba namugamba omukulu yampita nkulembera bw'oli maliriza kyomaliza ndigireeta nveeyo neyange webale nnyo webalire ddala.
Retired Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, the Honorable Minister of State for Defense Intelligence, Chief of Defense Intelligence, Chiefs, Generals, District Leaders, my Lord.
President wetu Yoweri Museveni kureba ryaha nkanye no kureba ha kushabaye ibintu bike nani hariho ikintu cyabayeho cyenda nemero ekindi